gonna help us. This is gonna be my unboxing video for the new Simplified Planner by Emily Ley. This is my 5th year using a Simplified Planner, I think. I've had 2 dailies before, and I just didn't really use them. The hours that were listed in the daily didn't really work for my schedule. It starts at 6 a.m. and I was starting work at 4:30. So that was kind of hard. And then when I got off work early at like 10:30 in the morning sometimes, I didn't really have enough going on the rest of the day to warrant a daily. So then I've had weeklies. This year I have a weekly. I have the fuchsia leatherette weekly. Trying to find a good week. I mean, this is kind of my week and my weekly. It's very simple. I have my birthdays just kind of listed in the monthly view. Not a lot of flags and washi, and I tried to color code, but I was having a hard time having all the pens with me. I mean, you can see it was just very simple. I just didn't have a lot going on. I worked, but that was it. And sometimes I have my bills, and I don't know, I just didn't have a lot going on, so I got a weekly. I really love using a planner. This is this week. You can see things are getting a little bit busier for me right now. Last week, we've been doing a lot of traveling. Actually, I have a sticky note, a little Snow White sticky note in my monthly view with some things I need to buy for school. This was a busy week. This is the week before we left for Disney, so it was a little bit of chaos. But so you can see things are getting a little bit busier for me, and so I went with a daily this year. Went back to a daily. I work full-time. I'll be in school full-time starting next month, and then also just like keeping everybody else alive, keeping them fed, keeping the house clean, stuff like that. So finally felt like I had enough stuff going on for a daily, and I'm really excited about it. And then, you know, I had to buy a bigger purse so that my daily would fit and all that fun stuff. This year I went to this past year, I guess, I tried to use a happy planner. So I had an academic weekly. And then about January, when the happy planners came out for the year, they were $10 at Michael's. I'm like, all right, let me try this, see what's going on. And I felt like if I didn't, I liked it, and there wasn't a ton of space each day. It was like a vertical weekly, but I felt like I needed to fill it all up, which is not the point of a planner. And I felt like if I didn't sit down and decorate it every week, that I wouldn't use it. I'm like, oh no, I'll put it in there after I have all my washi and stickers in, because what if I don't have room for them? And then, so it just defeated the purpose, and I went back to my Simplified Planner, which I never should have left. I know better. I'm sorry. So this year, got my daily, got it in the mail. I I didn't get it monogrammed. I'll probably get a vinyl sticker to put on. I just seen some issues with monogramming it, whether it came out of the packaging or it was scratched or dented, or so I said, you know, it's okay. I don't need it monogrammed from the warehouse. I will put a vinyl on there myself. I'm still debating between gold foil and gold glitter, but I'm leaning towards glitter. It's glitter. So let's open this bad boy. It's been sitting on my desk in the box. I haven't touched it. So first, there's this little pamphlet. Thank you so much for your purchase, how to get it set up, tag us in all your posts. all the good stuff about setting up a planner, which I'm so excited about now that I can open it and I will get started with it. So mine came bubble wrapped. Let's see. I got Fancy Floral Daily. I was so worried this was gonna sell out by the time I could buy it. I didn't buy it opening, like, release day, launch day. I was so worried it was gonna sell out, but there are some, all of the covers are so cute. And then it had cello wrap. So I was so worried it was gonna sell out. So this is my Fancy Floral Daily Simplified Planner. You can see there's gold foil, so that's kind of why I'm like, do I want a gold foil monogram? Do I want gold glitter? So I shall probably get gold glitter. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So the True Gold binding this year, which looks so good with the gold foil design. Whitney is a genius, a design genius. We actually used to be neighbors. We used to live in the same apartment complex. I am really excited to have a pocket back. I missed my pocket and my weekly this year. I need to order some Made Designs notebooks. Made Design was my very first planner ever. So it's like full circle. I get to come back and order Simplified Planner covers Made Designs notebooks. These are the notebooks that I use right now. They're like gold foil pineapples and gold foil flamingos. And they're from Hobby Lobby. They're right up by the register. I think they're like $1.50, but I love them. Or they were $1.99. And then Hobby Lobby always has that 40% off coupon, so they're super cheap. But they have lines and dots. And I'm not sure if they'll fit in this pocket. It looks like they may fit. Ugh. If they do, it'll be tight fit. I don't want to force it, which I'm kind of sad about. But I usually keep one of these in my purse for notes I need to take or grocery lists if I'm out running around. I'm not a big list taker on my phone. I have one list. I keep lists in there for things as I'm going. I have a list of like gift ideas, but for people, but that's really it. I don't know. I'm not a big phone list person or a big phone calendar person. I don't know. I like to write it down. So that's why I love paper planners. So there's the pocket, which I'm super excited to have back. And we'll fold this back, which is the best part of this binding. It's gonna hold up. I've never, ever, ever, ever in my 5 years of Simplified Planners had an issue with my binding. And they always say it gets better. So I don't know if it can really get any better than this. Here are the stickers, these hand-drawn stickers by Whitney. I'm excited. I love stickers. That was probably my favorite part of my Happy Planner was all the sticker packs. I have a few of them, quite a few. And I'll probably still use them. I loved them. It's just finding a way that they work. I just won't use them every week, every day in my planner like I did in the Happy Planner. So once these fold around on the awesome binding, we have the page where you put your name or your contact information if you leave your planner somewhere. I worked at Starbucks for many years, many moons, and people would leave stuff all the time. So that's always that's what we look for. That's what places look for. I'll probably get another vinyl sticker there just so it looks nice. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of my handwriting, but that's okay. And then we get in to our months. So these tabs feel sturdy and strong. You're not gonna have any issues with tabs coming off. I know in the weeklies this year, they're die cut tabs into the page. That's awesome. I kind of wish these were die cut tabs. I feel like those will be really strong on the Mohawk Via Vellum paper. So before the months, there's the pages that say welcome, how to use your planner, how to simplify your life. The importance of white space is something that Emily always touches on, and that is what I felt like I couldn't have in my happy planner. So that was like, it was like missing the whole point of a planner for me, is that I like felt like I needed to fill up all the space with all the things, and then I'm like spending more time in my planner than I am in my life. So not the point of a planner. We got the holidays for 2017 and 2018. I always like to look at these because my birthday always falls around Thanksgiving. And so in 2018, Thanksgiving Day is the day after my birthday, which is sometimes fun because then everyone's together, and sometimes not fun because then they're like, oh, we'll just have cake after turkey. And I'm like, no, my birthday is its own holiday. I'm a birthday princess. My birthday is a month long, and I celebrate it all month. And then there's a 2017-18 bucket list. I think for me, this list this year will be more like the Cultivate What Matters Power Sheets type of goals for me than let's go to the pumpkin patch. It'll have that stuff on there too. But, getting a Christmas tree. We live in the South, so Christmas trees are kind of hard to come by. And it's funny because I'm from Seattle or like that area, and a lot of the Christmas tree places down here where you can buy fresh Christmas trees are imported from where I'm from. So that's funny. But that'll be on there, but it'll be like, I need a new car, like saving up for a new car, paying off debt, finishing school, that type of stuff will be my 17-18 bucket list, stuff that I would really love to do. There'll be some concerts on there. I'm sure there'll be some Disney trips. We really, really, really want to take a cruise. That type of stuff will be on my bucket list. And then once we do it, and once I put it in my planner, then you can cross it off. So after that page is a monthly view. This is usually where I will put all birthdays, all of them, and then the ones that I really want to remember to reach out to people, or I need to send a card or stuff like that I'm not just going to write them on Facebook. I'll put in the daily on my day, and like a week ahead say, hey, send a card to so-and-so. And then these monthly spreads now have simplicity tips instead of a daily quote, which I really liked, but I totally get it. You'll see where the quote was supposed to go in just a second. So there's a simplicity tip, and it has the month before and the month after. August simplicity tip says, use this month to clear the clutter in your home. Walk your house with 2 trash bags, one for items to donate and one for items to discard. We really need to do that. Our house is so stuffed with stuff. We like combined households, so we had 2 houses worth of stuff now in one apartment, actually. So it's not that we have too much stuff, it's that we have too much stuff for our space. So we have like 3 toasters, just stuff like that we don't need. And then we get to a daily day. So this is 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Whoop. 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., which I work swing shift, so I typically get off past 9 p.m., like 10-ish at the earliest that I would possibly get off, unless the flight gets canceled. So for me, what I'll do is I'll usually I haven't decided yet if I'll draw an arrow or if I'll use really thin washi and block out my time. But I'll probably just go right under this 9 p.m. line. There's like a little space, and I'll probably just write what time I get off then, because I typically get off at like 11, 11:30, even sometimes midnight. So I'm not doing anything after that I need to write. So I'll just end it down there. Most of my day will be spent at school and then at work. So I may use thin washi to block off that time so that I can write other stuff on those lines throughout the day. If I have, a certain class I need to be at, or I have an appointment during school, or I have, at work we have flights that come in. I work at a resort. I'm dealing with VIP guests. So the resort or the company charters flights in for these guests. So what time the flights come in, all that fun stuff. And then This side is a to-do list. I love lists. I live my life by lists. I live my life by grocery lists and to-do lists. And for me, I have ADHD, so it's so much easier for me to stay on task if I have a list. I can say, okay, I finished it. Now go back to my list. What's next? Okay, this is what I need to do. I'm hoping to color code this year, keeping it really simple, maybe 3 colors, like a color for work, a color for school, and then probably a different color, maybe like a dark green for bills, just so I can kind of glance and see what I've got going on. But other than that, like color coding is sometimes difficult for me. Just I feel like I need to keep all these pens with me, and then I'm like, why is my purse full of pens? But I'm hoping to keep it between 3 colors, and maybe like a black, a blue, and a green. I don't really like blue pens, but it might work this time, just so I can always have them available, I guess. If I don't have a pen, my pens in my purse, black and blue are pretty much always going to be around. And then green will be bills. So those are already being there. I can write them on my own time. And then the last 2 boxes at the bottom are meals. Come on. There we go. Meals, which was changed from dinner to meals, which is great because, like I said, I work in the evening, so I don't really get to plan dinners except for on my days off. And so breakfast and lunch are usually what I keep track of. Breakfast is usually a protein shake for me, but I think I'll use that more for keeping track of what I eat versus planning what I'm going to eat. Because I like to use my FitnessPal. Sometimes I forget, but it's super helpful. And then the other quadrant is notes. There we go. That gold binding reflects off the light. There we go, is notes. Notes is going to be my catch-all place for the day. Remind myself to call the doctor. Remind myself to get dog food. Take the dogs to the groomer. All that type of stuff is probably going to go in my notes so that when I sit down to get my week in my planner, I can look back in my notes and say, oh yeah, I need to schedule a grooming appointment. I need to schedule a dentist appointment. I need to go here. I need to do this. I need to return these shoes. Stuff like that is what I will keep in my notes. The last thing I think I want to show is going to be the weekends. So each page has its own day, except for the weekends, which is 2 days per page. So this is your Saturday. It has lines for your day, but they're not timed, which is nice. Because sometimes on the weekends, you just have stuff you got to do, but it's not at a certain time. You know, mow the lawn, take the trash out, get your recycling, make a dump run, stuff like that. For me, I work on the weekends. I work Wednesday through Sunday. So this will be more work, but oh well. And then there's a to-do list. And then there's a space for a happy memory from this week, which is great. You can look back. And sometimes when you're in the moment, you can remember more than, you know, if you're like, oh yeah, what happened that week? You know, you can look back and be like, oh yeah, that's the week that we went to the beach every day. We live across the street from the beach, so we're very fortunate to be able to just take a walk down there whenever we feel like it. And then Sunday has more lines for my day. And then instead of to-do list, it has a weekly prep. Which is a Sunday checklist to get yourself ready for the week ahead. They write 4 things in there for you, and then there's a bulleted list for you to fill in, whether your other weekly prep items or a to-do list for the day. It says plan your meals for the week ahead, which is great for me to have on Sundays because Monday and Tuesday are my days off, and those are the days I usually do most of my cooking, either to prep for the rest of the week or for dinner that night. Monday is the day I usually go to the grocery store. Because I have the day off, so everyone's at work, so I usually go around noon or 11 in the morning. There's nobody at the store. It says tidy up for a clean slate on Monday. You know, pick up all the tables, vacuum. We have 2 dogs, so we vacuum all the time. Write tasks and appointments for the week, which is usually where we sit down, or I'll sit down with my planner and say, what are you doing this week? What are you doing that I need to know to be able to plan around? Are you not going to be home for dinner? You know, what's going on? we can kind of touch base on that day. And then fill your tank, enjoy what matters most. I've been reading a book called, I think it's How to Manage Your Mean Girl, How to Tame Your Mean Girl. And it's talking about like your inner critic, how to silence her or like manage her and know when to listen and when not to listen. So for me, I really like to sit down and read. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb or leave it in the other room and read, or we go down to the beach and take a walk, or we go get frozen yogurt, or that is what fills my tank. Because during the week, when we're both working, we don't get to see each other a lot. I leave for work before he comes home, and by the time I get home from work, he's asleep and he gets up at 4 the next morning. So those days when we have that little bit of time together, that's what fills my tank. So we usually try and do something together. But yeah, I'm really excited to get going in this. A lot of people have said that they want note pages. And I think they're going to try and do that next year. But there's that pocket up front for you to put a notebook in. EmilyLey.com has notebooks. May Designs has notebooks with matching covers. I may get a gold pineapple notebook for my gold foil Fancy Floral Daily. But so there's a space for that for this year until they get them. But that's it. That's my Simplified Planner. Feel free to comment below if you have any questions, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And maybe I'll do a video of getting this set up this year. How I'm gonna get my life down on paper every day so that I don't lose my mind and forget everything. Once this year gets started, I have Academic Daily, so it starts August. It actually starts July 31st is that Monday. So it'll be sometime late July, which is right when I start school actually, to get this set up for the year. So I'm excited. Let me know if you have any questions, anything you'd like me to show in another video that you didn't get to see this time. If you'd like to see more of the weekly, I would be happy to do that too. But yeah, thanks.